Oh, wait and see who joins me. I'm gonna just wait and see who jumps on. Good evening, everybody. Um, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, Throwback Thursday. Throwback, what we throwing back? I don't know. So, hey y'all, happy Thursday. I am Charisma with Charisma Cares Travels the World. And we are going to get started in a little bit, see if a few more people jump on. Um, y'all, when I just jump on a live, I'm good. But when I plan a live, something about my life just don't do right. Like, it's just, it's something about trying to plan and things just don't go as they should. So I'm gonna start in a little bit. If you're on, tell me hello. Let me know who's on with me. Um, Today, well, let me tell you a little bit about me. So if you don't know about me, and I'll repeat this later on, I am Charisma. I travel full time with my son. We travel the world, all different types of countries. And sometimes we're back at home in Atlanta like we are now. When I come back home, then get on the grind. So you grind in America and you live life freely everywhere else. So who's on with me? Say good morning. Did y'all grab your wine and your popcorn? I got my wine. Um, Today's live is brought to you by my favorite wine that does not pay me anything, but I will still endorse them. Georgia on My Mind peach wine. Y'all, you see that? This is my favorite wine ever. Oh, it is the best peach wine. It's from the Georgia Winery. I'm just being silly, y'all. I'm waiting for MC who wants to jump on. Say hello. Let me know how you are today. How has your Thursday gone? How has your week gone? If you're anything like me, last week was a total mess. Total mess. Like not in a bad way. Total mess in that I had so much going on. I was doing so many things. A lot of you all know I invest in real estate. I put in 2 offers. I had to go see the properties, a lot of back and forth. If you know anything about real estate, you know what they say and what you actually get can be a little tricky dealing with lenders. So it was really, really hectic last week. And this week I just really needed to fall back, lay back. I just kind of worked on the W 2 job. I did a little bit of my real estate, but not as hard as I went last week. So I kind of just fell back a little bit. And in doing so, I started thinking about my happy place and what that is, and just finding that happiness in yourself. So, I was like, maybe I should do a live about that today. Talk about that happy place within you, where you are, no matter where that may be in your career, where you may be in the world, where you may be in life on your journey. Just that happiness and that happy place. So, if you're just joining, let me know. Say hello. Let me know who's on here. Um, I was scrolling through Facebook and it's another lady. I guess she's a speaker. I don't know if that's her official title, but her name is Wanda Duncan, and some of you may know her. And I know her because on the first Exodus Summit, and it's Wanda Duncan. Her YouTube is Black Women Travel Podcast. And on the first summit, I listened to her, and I swear I listened to her speech maybe 3 or 4 times, right? Because her speech was really giving you permission, granting yourself permission to do what it is you want to do, granting yourself permission to reach your goals, Granting yourself permission to dream and run after those dreams. So, I still follow her. But I always, when I start to get a little nervous about where I am in my travel process or what I'm doing next, I always go back and listen to Wanda Duncan. And today I read something on Wanda Duncan's Facebook, and it says, "What are you looking forward to these days?" And, as simplistic as that is, it just got me to thinking, what am I looking forward to these days? And, that kind of went along with that finding happiness in being you. If I asked you that question right now, what are you looking forward to? In the upcoming days, what are you really looking towards? Hey, Brown and Beachy Travels, how are you? If you're jumping on, reach out, say hey, but let me know, what are you really looking forward to? And I didn't think too deep into the question because I really wanted to discuss it here with you all. It really made me think about the fact, like, I don't know if you all caught my videos this week. This week, my videos have not been about travel, real estate, anything. Really, the videos I have released hadn't been for anybody but my son, Cam. Basically, we did a mommy and me weekend. We went to Monster Truck Jam. We went to see the trains. And I basically just released the videos that he can watch about himself. And, just seeing him happy was a lot for me. That was kind of what I look forward to this week, was just seeing him happy, because being in the States has been a little rough for us. As far as, you're not going outside as much, you're not walking, you're not on the beach. So, and it's been me doing a lot of work. I've had a nanny that's working with him, which, he's a little iffy about that. So, it's been really different for us this past week. Not this past week, these past couple of months. So, just being able to spend time together and be in that happy place is what that's kind of what I was looking forward to. Brown and Beachy, you said keeping my promises to myself. That is huge. That is major, because we manage to keep promises and our word to everybody else, but keeping them to yourself, yeah, that's major. Putting yourself first, and being okay with that. That goes back to giving that permission. Like, give yourself permission to do you, to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it. And I love that. So keep that energy and move forward on that. So, sometimes I put on my little psychiatry hat, and I like to bring some things to the forefront that we don't always think about, especially in our community. I feel like in the melanated community, we don't always talk about those psychological things that can be helpful for us. So I kind of want to talk about that tonight and grow on that. Things that make you happy, things that you love, things that bring a smile to your face. Yeah, most of us, we love travel, but it goes a little bit deeper in that. I looked at something and it said, are you happy? Very simple. Are you happy? Yes, keep doing what you're doing. If no, the next question is, do you want to be happy? Because some people are sometimes stuck in misery. Like, some people just seem like they want to be miserable. You ever call somebody or talk to a friend, and every time you talk to them, they just seem miserable? Like, they don't ever they don't ever seem happy. They don't ever seem like they have anything to be happy about. There's no achievements, no accomplishments. And in the end, you can't even talk to them because you don't want to tell them about your good stuff, because everything that they say drags you down. So that's why it's like, do you really want to be happy? Like, because if you don't want to be happy, then what are we doing here? Like, some people just truly love to be in their own misery. They just love just to be like, I don't, it is what it is. Right, right. Misery for them. They feel happy there. That's their safe place. And they'll tell you all the time, oh no, I'm not unhappy. Oh, I'm happy for you. Oh no, I'm not miserable. this, I'm not that. But in actuality, you are. You like this place. But I don't want to be in that place. So even though I may love you as my friend, I don't want to be there. So, if your next answer is if it's are you happy? No. Do you want to be happy? Yes. Well, then the next thing is you need to do something. You need to do something. You need to do something to make you happy. And happy, it's not just like my son, he likes stuff like Trolls. And I don't know if y'all ever watch Trolls, but they have, so the Trolls are eaten by these Bergenstein people, like these monsters, and they eat the Trolls, and that causes them happy, that allows them to be happy by eating these Trolls. Like, you just can't go out and be like, oh well, I'm gonna do this and this is just gonna make me happy. They're doing this one thing probably won't make you happy. There are actually dimensions to happiness. Like, you have the satisfaction in life. Are you satisfied in your job, your relationships, your friendships, your health? Are you doing things that you like to do? Those type of things are going to decide whether you're happy or not. And those are the things you got to put some work into. And yeah, Brown and Beachy says, I am happy, but even more so, I have joy. Right. So there is a difference in that. Some people will say, I guess I would say joy comes from deep down inside. I mean, would you agree with that? Because happiness, I feel like, is something you can create, but I feel like joy, it really comes from deep down inside of you, wherever you are, in whatever situation that you're in. I know that sometimes if I'm feeling down, I don't know that I always pull joy out. And I think that's one of those things that, I struggle with, because when I'm feeling down, I feel like everything around me is down. But when I'm feeling up, everything around me is up. It's that positive and negative vibration. It's like I can't, it's like I'm either one or the other. I don't have any gray area. So, like you said, joy is internal. Like, that's, you digging really deep when you get into joy. But I really want to focus on what we can do to increase our happiness, to increase that part in our life, being happy and being in our own skin and being ourselves. Like, and April says she had to get rid of the Debbie Downers. Yes. I mean, sometimes they just take so much from you, and you try to really be there for your friends and your loved ones and everybody. Sorry. You try to be there, but sometimes, I mean, it just pulls you down. And it's like, how are you supposed to really focus on your happiness, especially if you're not in 100% great place, right? It's hard to have somebody that always has negativity, always has just everything. Like, your dog got hit. Your car broke down. Like, every time I talk to you, something's wrong. Like, okay, what happened positive in your life today? Like, did you get a raise? No, I got fired. Man, how all of that stuff happened in a week? Like, all of those things happen. First of all, I'm like, can you go get some Jinx remover? Because I don't even know. Like, I don't know what's going on. No, but for real, like, that negativity, I feel like it gets deep into your soul. Like, that person puts it in you, pours it on. Now, we all go through highs and lows. I'm not talking about highs and lows. If you're going through lows, I'm definitely here to pull you up. But I'm just talking about when somebody's always at a low, that kind of pulls me down in my vibration. And then I got to figure out how to get back up there, so I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Like you said, they vibrate so low, it will pull on you. And, I wish that was one of those things that I knew when I was growing up, because it would pull me down, and I wouldn't even realize what was going on. So I'd be happy go lucky, and they all sad, depressed, and, on this lower vibration. And next thing you know, I'm like, well, maybe I'm sad, depressed on this lower vibration. My son, he's such an empath. my nanny had brought her daughter over, who's an infant, and the baby started crying. Eventually, he started crying too. I was like, why are you crying? But it was just like, well, she's sad and she crying, so I'm crying too. And basically that's what it does. It's like you crying, so in turn, I gotta cry too. Like you feeling so bad that now I feel bad. So, it's really one of those things you really got to focus on the company that you keep. That's just like they say, you hang out with a bunch of millionaires, you'll be the next millionaire. If you hang out with a bunch of negative people, you'll probably be the next negative person. So you really, really want to focus on that. And you really want to make sure you are focusing on what keeps you happy. Brown and Beachy says joy comes from gratitude too. You can be down, but you can still have gratitude. Yeah. And that's one of those things as far as finding that happiness. If you kind of lost it, if you have gotten lost in this shuffle of working, paying bills, running here, running there, taking care of the kids, taking care of your man, taking care of your parents, you sometimes can lose that. You can lose your place in life and you don't even realize it. Like, it's like, wait, what happened? I'm just existing. I'm not happy. I'm not unhappy. I'm just existing here. And you got to make sure you ground yourself and you take time to focus in on you and do what's necessary to make sure that you're good. Because if you're not good, nobody else around you is going to be good. That's like that whole cliche. They say it all the time. When you get on that, if we were to crash, we would lose the air pressure in this cabin. You put your mask on first before you put your mask on anybody else. Because if you putting the mask on Johnny and you can't breathe, then in the end, you can't get that mask on Johnny. So before you give out all you got, before you give out all your energy, before you throw everything out there, you may need to step back and say, okay, what about me? Am I happy? Am I good? Am I okay? Because we always giving. We are always giving and they are always taking. It's one of those things that last month, it was like relaxation month for me. I didn't feel like doing nothing. I didn't feel like going nowhere. It wasn't until my birthday at the end of the month that I even got up to do anything. And prior to that, I'm always a go, go, go person. Meet here. Let's go to brunch. Let's go here. Let's go there. Let's do this. Let's do that. Y'all, I didn't want to do anything. But it was one of those things where I think that I really just had to rest, relax, and recharge, basically. Hey, V. So V says, think back to the times you were laughing and having a good time. What were you doing? It was always traveling for me. My friends is shopping. That used to be mine, but it changed as I got older. Yeah. And I think that's true. That's one of the other things, like as far as finding your happiness, reflect back on your happy times, reflect back on when you were happy, even if it's traveling, even digging a little deeper, what about that traveling made you happy? Was it, the culture? Was it because you were on a beach, because you were skiing, because you were in the company of new people? What about that really what made you happy about that? Like, what did you really, what do you really get out of travel? Like, I love to travel, right? But I think for me, I just like to be surrounded in new cultures. I just like to be around new people. I like the fact that the people are refreshing. Like, typically, they don't work as hard. They put life over money. They may not live, I don't think anybody lives in the kind of houses they live in America, but they're happier than the people that live in these huge houses in America. You know what I mean? One of my expat friends is in Kenya right now, and she was telling me she's loving it. She got there, she enrolled her son in school. She's in a 2-bedroom condo or apartment on the beach. She has a pool. She pays $5 something a month. That's happiness to me. Like, lack of bills. I'm gonna tell you, lack of bills, a beach, and a community, that is happiness for me. That's what happiness looks like. People that I can go hang out out with, go to brunch, go to the beach. My kid is good. I'm living nice. I'm able to stack money because I'm only paying $500 for rent. Stuff like that makes me happy. I'm also, are you an outdoorsy person? Are you indoors? Like, what kind of things do you like to trying out new things, or are you just sticking to the same thing? Like during COVID, one of my best friends, she was like, Charisma, let's go hiking. And I was like, girl, black folks don't hike. What you mean? Let's go hiking. I was like, where'd you get that from? And she was like, don't do that. She was like, don't do that. Let's go hiking. We ain't got nothing else to do. We stuck in this house. Let's go hiking. So if you're familiar with Atlanta, north of Atlanta is Kennesaw. So we went to Kennesaw Mountain, and y'all, I may have stopped like 8 times going up Kennesaw Mountain. I was like, oh my God. I mean, I was stopping. It seemed like every time that corner bend, I was stopping. I sat down on that big rock. I sat down on the stump. I was so tired. We got to the top, and then we realized there was more top to go. I don't know if y'all ever hike, if you live in Atlanta, you ever hike Kennesaw Mountain, you get to a point where you think you are there. You did it. You are done. You ain't. It's more mountain to go. So we still had more mountain to go. I ain't want. My friends were like, we're gonna go. We started. We're gonna finish. So top of the mountain, we made it up there. Do y'all know I went back to that mountain every few days until I hiked that mountain without stopping? And I became a hiker. Now I hike. That is a hobby of mine. I would never have thought. I don't even like outside. I don't like bugs. I don't like heat. I just don't like outside. I would have never thought I would be the chick with some hiking boots, I got hiking sticks. I got a backpack. I'm a hiker, and it was really only because somebody pulled me out of my comfort zone and made me go. So it's like, when I ask people, what are your hobbies? Half the time people be like, I don't have no hobbies. Hell, I used to be like, I don't have no hobbies. I travel. That's my hobby. But in actuality, that actually is not your hobby. That is a stepping stone to your. But the traveling, the physical traveling itself is not your hobby. So if you don't have a hobby, first of all, let me know what y'all hobbies are. That part. But if you don't have a hobby, you need to find one. I don't care what it is. The other thing I do, I snorkel. When I was younger, I was afraid of fish. I remember going to the Virgin Islands, getting into the beach and seeing fish and running out the damn beach. Now I'm a snorkeler. I snorkel. I carry my snorkel equipment in my luggage. That's how much I snorkel. Like, I'm a hiker. I hike. I've hiked in different countries. But these are not things that I normally would think I would do. So find your happy. You got to find a place. What do you like to do? I got a friend. She likes to be out in nature. She could just lay there on the grass. She can go somewhere and hug some trees. I'm like, wait, these are tree huggers are real people? Like, she just likes to be one in nature. She can do meditation there. She could do all of that. And that, in a sense is a very calming place for her. That's something that she likes to do. So, like, first of all, what do you like to do? Like, that's the first question. If you're going to be happy being you need to know who the hell you are. So what is it that you like to do? Because for years, I had no idea. My hobby was shopping. Then came Amazon, and hell, I ain't even have that because it was just click, click, click. And that was the end of my shopping trip. So what is it that you like to do? And if you don't know what you like to do, what do you want to do? What is one thing that you like? If I could, I would. Or I would like to do this. So put that in the chat. Let me know, what does that look like? Brown and Beachy, I'm a solo traveler. I love to explore the earth. That's what travel is for me. It's all about exploring and placing my feet where they have never been. That's cool. And that's the thing. That's that part, that bridge from travel. You said when you're traveling with your family and friends, give you a break. They know you can't stop everything for them. It's a great mental break. Yeah. I think having a mental break is important. Like I said, in August, I think my whole August was a mental break. You said paint, swim, spa, green juice, grow microgreens. I have many hobbies. I just posted a snorkeling video a few minutes ago. That is so cool. I love that. So let me ask you, because you travel, do you keep a location, Brown and Beachy? Like, do you have a central location that you keep? Because I mean, I don't know how you transport all of this stuff. These microgreens, especially, I know those have to be kept at a very specific temperature. So tell me about that. And make sure, if y'all are joining, make sure you the video so YouTube knows you like me. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And so, but today we're talking about finding your happiness, and I'm just kind of pointing out things that make me happy and asking you what makes you happy, what makes your world go round. Because I mean, paying bills, going to work, taking care of the kids, taking care of your man, or your woman, doing all of these things. I mean, I guess you could find some happiness there, but when it comes down to you, where's your happiness? Where is that at? So, I looked at some other things outside of reflecting on your happiness. Things that have made you happy in the past. Some other things that I found to increase your happiness or make you more aware of your happiness. One of them is random acts of kindness, which sounds so like, really? But y'all remember when they were doing that pay it forward and you would go, well, not me, because I don't think they ever paid for my stuff, but you go to the drive-through, maybe like McDonald's or something, and you get up to the window and you find out that they paid for your food. Like, do you remember how happy you were? And then like you may pay for somebody else's food unless they got like $40 worth of food and you like, nah, I'm good. But you would pay for somebody else's food, or you just doing something small like that just made you happy. Like, that was just huge. I don't know, like little things like that, celebrating your achievements, celebrating your friends' achievements, sometimes just being nice to you, being kind to yourself. I know for me, I struggle with being a perfectionist, right? So a lot of times being kind to myself is kind of foreign for me. Like, first of all, I'm a Virgo, so let's start there. So, I have like this whole perfectionism type of thing. And I don't know. It's like I gotta be the best. Anything I do, I gotta be the best. That's probably how I ended up still hiking, y'all. I don't even know if I love hiking, but I knew that damn mountain wasn't about to take me down. I had went, no, I'm gonna conquer this. I'm gonna do this. This is gonna get done. And sometimes that for perfectionism, you just gotta give yourself some compassion and be okay with things that you may not get accomplished. You may not be as perfect as other times. Something else is savoring the experiences. That's just like, when Brown and Beachy was saying that she likes to place her feet on the earth where it's never been before. You coming back and saying, wow, I can't believe I did A, B, C, or D. Or coming back and saying, oh, wow, when I went to such and such, just kind of thinking that and reliving those memories. Because a lot of times, you going from here to here to here, even with our, everything that we do, we're looking forward to the next thing, right? It's like, okay, I went to Mexico, but now I'm looking forward to going. And then are you really enjoying Mexico because you're so busy looking forward to getting ready and going to Bahamas? Like, you know what I mean? Like, are you really enjoying the time here? Are you really savoring that moment because you're pushing ahead? Like, that's one reason I love Facebook. Y'all, I don't post my stuff always for other people. I post my stuff for me sometimes, because sometimes just looking back, like Facebook will be like, remember 8 years ago? I'm like, damn, Facebook, that was a long ass time. But remember 8 years ago when you were in Italy? And I'm like, wow, I do remember I was in Italy. That was so much fun. That was so exciting. It's those things. I'm like, wow, I did. I really love that. Like, I really enjoyed that. So sometimes you got to think back on that. Brown and Beachy was saying, doing that gratitude journal or doing a blessings journal. I like to, definitely keep my journals close by. Like, so I write a little bit. So I have journals. And Brown and Beachy, she said, that's what YouTube is for me, my video diary. That's why I created my YouTube as well. It was actually a diary for my son, and it just kind of progressed from there, like doing that diary. But I also do a lot of writing in my journals. I have two journals that I've published. This one, they're called Bold and Badass series. So this one is for single women, and it's so crazy. I wrote a lot of this one prompts when I was going through like kind of like a breakup. So it's very, and I'm more so that breakup person. Like, I'm not like the another sad love song person. I'm more like the to the left person. So I do a lot of motivation, a lot of, girl, you got this. Oh, girl, you can do this. Oh, girl, F him, you this, you that. You about to lose 50 pounds. You about to be on the cover of Vogue. I'm all of that, right? So for me, for my journals, I'm kind of like, it's different things. Sometimes I have to dig deep down in my core for this strength, but once I grab it, beware. Like stuff like that, it just motivates me, and then I can kind of get through different things. This one says, darkness only lasts momentarily until the light begins to shine through again. Like stuff like that helps me. When I journal, I like to have some journal prompts sometimes, because it helps me push through. This one says, remember when you used to wish for everything you have today? Yep, this is all you, Chica. I love saying Chica, y'all. So stuff like that just makes me, it just makes me so happy. Hey, Belinda, she said Beyonce's a Virgo too. Yep, Beyonce, Michael Jackson, all of us, we all Virgo. So, just writing down your thoughts, your feelings, putting that all out there. You really got to do what works for you. V said giving is like putting it in the bank. You will get it back. You get it back tenfold. And I love to help people. I'm a nurse by trade, and it's like it. I remember every time we would go somewhere, something would be wrong with somebody. I go to the bathroom and somebody's having an asthma attack. I go to the breast cancer walk and somebody's falling out, and I just would help them. Like that's just what I do. I just like to help people. But stuff like that just makes me happy. Like, you just got to figure out what does that for you. Like what brings that happiness. So I want to know, like, what is going on in y'all lives today? What, are you in like a happy place? Are you in like a not so great place? Like, where are you? Because like I said, I had been in this slump for a little while, for about a month. I was definitely in this slump a little while after actually getting back, going through that reverse culture shock, getting back into the States. It just had got really hard for me. And I don't know if part of it was I just need rest, but that's a rest. Like, I was supposed to go on a trip with my friend to Miami. I got hurt. I just couldn't do the things that I had done previously. And my body just was like, no, like, absolutely not. You're not moving. You're not doing anything. You're not going anywhere. We're just not doing that this month. And week after week, I would try, and be like, that's a no. You're not, it's a no, Charisma. And, I'm a people pleaser too. Like and people are like, you're a people pleaser. Well, it's not in the sense that most people think. I just don't like to tell people no when, it's like, oh, can we do this? I just haven't figured out a good way to say no in my life. So I'm always saying yes. But then when I finally put myself at the forefront, then I have to come back and say no. And I think that it always ends up worse. You come back around and have to say no. It's like you're reneging on what you said you would actually do when you come back around and say no. So I really try to make sure I push forward and I always keep my word. But sometimes I gotta put me before my word. I really do, because I feel like we give so much day in and day out, and we just keep giving, keep giving, keep giving. And if we're not refilling our tank, then who is? Like, who really is refilling our tank? Like, yeah, for me, I'm a single mom. It's not a whole lot of people refilling my tank. I'm not in a relationship. I have family here, but when I'm gone, I don't have family. So if I don't refill my tank, who's gonna do it? I don't know. Those are things that I think about, because we just keep going and eventually we just break down. And then what? What happens at that point? So I think that's really important. And if you're just joining, feel like so YouTube knows, but we're just kind of talking about finding our happy place and what people do to be happy. Brown and Beachy told us, you told us, Belinda, what are you doing? How do you your happiness, especially here? Sometimes in the States it could just be depressing. Like, we like to go for walks. We can't go for walks. Like, we can, but we ain't gonna see nothing. Like, it's not like we could go for walks like we did when we were, gone, and we go for the walk on the beach and, go get our little shakes, our batitas and, natural stuff. Like, even to the point where, like, I feel like I'm starting to get sick from the food. Like, just little things like that are really starting to bother me. So it's like, okay, Charisma, let's take a step back. Let's back all the way up and figure out, let's reset and figure this out. I did book some trips though. I booked 3 trips today. That always makes me happy. Actually, to be honest with you, the trip to Mexico made me a little nervous. I don't know why, because after living overseas, you would think it wouldn't. But that Mexico one made me a little nervous, I guess, because I hadn't been overseas since July, since I got back. I've been traveling, but I've been to Chicago, I've been to Detroit, but I hadn't been overseas. Like, oh, we're leaving again. I don't know. Do y'all feel like when you leave again, do you get nervous? I don't know. Belinda said, I eat for comfort. I need to work on that. Girl, I sent a picture to my friends. I've called it my ovulation kit. My ovulation kit, girl, don't be mad at me. My ovulation kit consisted of Oreos, a ginger ale, some Sour Patch Kids. I had some popcorn. That was my ovulation kit. I can't say my cycle kit because I don't have all my girl parts, but my ovulation kit, it definitely consisted of some stuff. Luckily, it's some kids here that was able to eat up some of that stuff, but that probably contributed to my stomach hurting. I mean, just feeling sluggish. Yeah, that probably isn't gonna get me to my happy place. But at the moment, girl, that milk and cookie, I felt very excited and happy at that moment when I was eating my milk and cookies. I'm sure I will not when I get on the scale in a couple of days, and I will hate that I bought that little kit. But I don't think it happens. It probably happens every few months that I notice my ovulation. So yeah, that was not good. Let's see. V said, where am I going? So I am going to New York and Jersey. I'm gonna visit my family up there, and also my son's geneticist, the only geneticist in the world that studies his disorder because it's a rare disorder, is up there. So we have to see her. Um, we are going to Orlando. We got some tickets from the Kids Wish Network, or Kids Wish Foundation. And since they put a date on the tickets, then all of a sudden we are going to Orlando. So we're going to do Universal, SeaWorld. We have some gift cards for Disney, but I think we may wait on Disney. And then I'm going to go to Mexico City for Muerto del Dia, Day of the Dead. So I'm actually, because before I was going to Cancun or Playa del Carmen, but I really just could not, or not really Cancun, Playa del Carmen or Merida, but I just really could not settle on a location. Like something about it just kept uneasy where I just couldn't play on that. So in the end, what I ended up doing, I actually saw this World School for Day of the Dead. And y'all, it was for like 11 days. It was $3,000 for two of us, and I wanted to stay longer. So I asked the lady, if I could do the hotel myself, and because it was cheaper to put all my days together, right? So when I looked at it, she was like, she only did booking.com. She didn't even use like she didn't even do like a group code or anything. So when I looked on Booking, it was like $800 for 7 days. So I was like, well, I could stay there for 2 weeks because they were doing two locations, right? So 2 weeks was like $1,100, $1,200. Well, when I contacted her and I was like, well, can I just get the credit? She tells me the credit is like $350. I said, well, on here it says it's $800. And she was like, oh, the price must have went up. Well, my calculating mind, I'm like, so basically you paid $350 for this hotel. Let's say you paid $300 to $500 for the next hotel, but you charging us $3,000. I don't know. I have never seen anything in Mexico that costs $2,000. And I can see you making $1,000 off this trip, but are you really pocketing $1,500 to $2,000 off this trip? I was like, that's ridiculous. Like, I just couldn't, I couldn't concur to that. So I just decided I'll use the itinerary for my Day of the Dead. And I booked the Airbnb for a month for $2,000, which is expensive for Mexico, but not really for the I don't know if you all know, the Day of the Dead is a huge festival in Mexico around Halloween. Like people come from all over the world to see it. So it's this huge thing. So, honey, I was like, well, I guess we're going to be doing Day of the Dead on our own, because I just felt like she was trying to get me. Like, I was like, I can't believe you trying to rip people off like that. And maybe she wasn't. Maybe there's something that they were doing that was $2,000. I did not see it. However, girl, I'm like, get your coins. You just not gonna get them from me. So that was a long way of saying we doing a month in Mexico City, see Day of the Dead. And it just looked like Mexico City has so much to offer, like the museums and all of that kind of stuff. So I really was like, okay, let's do it. Let's get to it. So that's what we're gonna do. But I got nervous about that. Like, you wouldn't think I would get nervous, because like, hell, that's probably the closest place I'll ever go is Mexico. I'm not sure why I got nervous. I guess because I've been here for a little while now, in the comfort of being with my family and being with my friends. Go back out there again. So, I don't know. It's kind of bittersweet for me. But when I pushed the button today, I was a little nervous about that. So I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I mean, because there's a lot of people in Mexico City, but it's like they're all single women that I see. Like, I don't ever see like moms. And I'm always looking for a good mom group. Like, I need somebody to hang out with that, my son can still hang out too. So if you just joined, make sure you click the like. Let me know what y'all are doing. What's y'all plans? Tell me what's going on. I'm trying to click on this. Okay. V says, I eat for every emotion. I'm starting a new diet with a new miracle drug. Girl, yeah, those emotions. Yeah, they are a mess. You said, Belinda said, I hope it works and you reach your goal. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I said I'm going to kind of step back with my eating and try to start eating cleaner. So I went to the farmers market, which was way cheaper. If y'all got a farmers market, I would say try the farmers market. The farmers market was cheaper than Kroger and Publix. So I went to the farmers market, got me a lot of fruits and vegetables and stuff like that, because I was like, I really got to reset my system and rebalance myself. A lot of times this stuff works from the inside out. So you kind of have to be good inside, and all of that will come outside. Because I'm like, ooh, since I've been back, I've had like blemishes on my face, the change in the weather and the humidity. I don't know. And I just kind of feel icky. I don't know. I wonder if that happens to anybody else. Like if you lose for a little while and then you come back and you're eating the foods and stuff here, do you start to feel really icky or sluggish or anything like that? Like that's kind of how I'm starting to feel. And at this point, I guess I've been back July, August, September. It hasn't only been 2 months. Lord, I feel like it feels longer. I mean, I've been here for the month of July, the month of y'all. It's only been 2 months. Yeah, I swear I feel like I've been here for about 6 months. Like I had to recount it. I'm like July, August, September. Y'all, it feels like a long time. I don't know. I feel like I've been here forever. Like I feel like I've worked so hard and so much. I don't know. I really feel like I just been here forever. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. That was surprising to me, y'all, because I just knew I had been here for like 6 months. V says she ate her way through Europe. I love to try new foods, but I also walk more when I'm traveling. Girl, honestly, I'm gonna tell you, that's why my ass can't get weight loss surgery. I've decided that is really the reason. I would love to lose weight, get rid of, this little tummy I got here. I'm greedy. I've accepted that. I've just accepted that I am greedy and I like to eat. And I am not trying to go to no country where I can't eat what I want to eat. What I look like going to Jamaica and not getting curry chicken, curry goat, roti. No, I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to go and eat, drink, be merry. Like, and I don't even want to nibble. Like, I wanna eat the whole thing. But like you said, you do walk more. I can get 10,000 steps easy when I go to another country. Easily get 10,000 steps. And I love that. Like, I feel like that makes me so happy when I'm just able to walk around, eat real natural foods, drink whatever, everything is natural down to the alcoholic beverages. I feel like that just kind of uplifts my spirits. And I don't know. I feel like here it's like, I don't know. But when I went to DR, I remember people would ask me all the time if I was going to do weight loss surgery. And I looked into it and I was like, it's a no for me. I want to eat. I can't eat. I can't do it. So I guess what? I just chose to be fat. I don't know. Does that mean I'm just choosing to be overweight, y'all? I'm like, I guess it could give me like a reset button. And then if I gain weight from there, it's okay because I had a reset button. I don't know. Is that how that works? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. It is what it is. I like to eat. I'm a food. I don't know that I'm a foodie, like, because I know people that are foodies. I'm not a foodie, but I just like to eat in different countries. I don't know. It's part of the excitement of visiting a new place. Like they be having like we went to Canada. Hell, we only went to Canada for the day, but it ain't stop us from finding places to eat. We found a pastry shop and ate all these pastries. Not that the people were Canadian. I think the people were like Greek, but whatever. So we went there. It was delicious. Got all kinds of stuff. That kind of stuff I just cannot not eat. So I'm like, it is what it is. I don't know. Okay, so tell me, we talked about happiness. We talked about different ways to increase your happiness. We talked about your moods. We talked about being kind to yourself. We discussed like gratitude, a gratitude or a blessing journal, just kind of appreciating where you are, what you have, those type of things. Another one that, avoiding temptation to complain and reinforce negativity. Because we talked about like how we have like the negative Nancy, Debbie Downer people, but just making sure we're not doing that same thing to ourselves and bringing ourselves down with that negativity, all those things that I haven't done, I can't do, I didn't get around to, I really, all of that negativity, just making sure we're really like, okay, no, I ain't get to that yet, but I'm getting to it. No, I didn't do this yet, but I'm going to do this, those type of things, and I have to be honest and say I'm bad about that too. Like I have this whole checklist of things that I need to do, all of these things I need to accomplish, but I got to remember I'm only one person and I have a hard time cutting stuff off, especially with my business. I have a very hard time drawing that line. Okay, after this time, I'm not going to do this. This time, it's going to be family time. This time is going to be me time. But when I get into that business mode, it just seems like every time, it's like go, 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 go. It's like the damn Energizer Bunny. I'm like, go, 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 go. And then I go until I crash. Like, and I don't really know how to combat that. Like once I start doing something, y'all, my wheels just keep spinning. And I don't know. I don't know. How do you, like, does anybody else experience that? Or am I just kind of alone with this? Like, y'all, I could start a million different projects and then I will burn myself out and then I don't finish them. So I'm trying to figure out how to back up and focus on, one or two projects at a time. But for me, I feel like I know that once I leave the States, then I'm a woosah. Like I know, okay, it's time to calm down. It's time to live the easy life. It's time to breathe. When I get here, I just always feel like it's just time to go, go, go. So finding that happy place when I'm here is a little hard because I think I just ignore it. I don't think I really think about it at all. I really just focus on what I need to do in that moment to get what I need to get. Basically grind mode. Like that's all I do. I just go, whether it's seeing people, visiting, having lunch, doing different things with my friends, doing play dates, doing stuff for my son, making sure I get time for my son, because I'm constantly going to conferences, doing speaking engagements, all of that kind of stuff. Just, it becomes a lot. I enjoy it. I like it. I love it, and, it pays bills, but it does become a lot, for me at certain junctions in my life. So I don't know. Let me know. Like, I don't know. Is that just me? Am I alone in that? Or are you all feeling some of this as well? And I guess I should share some of my stuff. This is my coaching. I guess I'll share some of that. I guess that's all I'll share. That's my coaching. Oh, I do have a new website. I guess I could share that as well. But let me know what your thoughts are and how you're doing, how you're coping, how you're feeling. And if there's something here that sparked your attention or your mind and made you say, I should do that too. Like I should do that. I should focus on this or I should focus on that to get to my happy place. I really need to do that because that's important. Not, yeah, it's good. Focus on your parents, focus on your kids, focus on your significant other, but also focus on you. Like take time to put aside for you. Take time to find a hobby. Find something you like to do because we may not be able to travel right now. We may not be able to get on that plane right now. So we got to figure out what we like here in the now, right now. So, yeah, I just think that that's really important. And I don't know, I just really want to drive that home because so many times we're focused on what we want to do in the future, but we really need to enjoy today's moment. Like V said, pouring back into putting back into your bank and getting it back. The same way that we're doing and we're giving to others, we need to do the same for ourselves. And we need to that just needs to be what it is, taking that time. So let me know what you think. Give me a like, but let me know, what is it that you're thinking? What's on your mind? What does life look like for you right now? Are you in a happy place? Are you in like a not so happy place? Are you like me and Belinda? Did y'all go buy a bunch of Oreos? I don't know if Belinda bought everything that I bought. Y'all bought a bunch of Oreos and popcorn. Oh, I forgot the Heath bars. I ain't really want to tell y'all about the Heath bars. I love Heath bars. Most people don't even know what that is. But yeah, what's going on. V said America's all about the hustle. Yeah, I think that's what I do. I come back here, I hustle, make my money, and go. I got this thing where I'm, officially retiring at 40. So I gotta go ahead and get my coins up so I can do that. I think I'll be good to do that in a little bit. But yeah, it is. It's about the hustle. That's what that's why half the people want to come to America now. They come here, make the money, and they send the money home. They're not leaving the money here. Do you know how many foreigners send their money home on a regular basis? Like, and did you know their families get mad if they don't send that money home? Like, they be like, you over there in America rich and you're not sending the money home. They be upset. I talked to somebody and they were telling me how they're from Africa and they work two jobs, right? They work I think as a paramedic, and then they may work at a restaurant or something. And they said basically their family has almost disowned them because they're not doing the work. They feel like you're over in America, you're rich, you're living it up, and you're not sending us home the money. And they're like, well, I'm just making the money to take care of myself. I got to pay rent. I got to pay for my car. I got to pay for gas. I got to pay for food. I got to live. And the family is like, that sounds like your problem. Like, you need to send us some money home. And it's crazy because, like you said, America is all about the hustle. You come here, you make your money, and then you do with it as you please. But coming here, making your money and spending your money here is rough. Like, it's expensive to live here. It really is. Like, I mean, the rental rates, of course, are starting to drop because the market's starting to change. But still, it's so expensive. An Airbnb here cost me $3,000 for a month. I go somewhere else, it's under 1,000. Hell, I was amazed Mexico was that much, but I waited till the last minute. But yeah, it's all about the hustle. It's that hustle mentality. So it's somewhere in between this hustle, somewhere you gotta find your happy place. You do, because if you don't, you're screwed. You really are. I'm gonna post this for you all. This is the journal that I talked about. If you want to grab that. Yeah. So that's that. Let's see what else what else are we talking about? Anything else? Or y'all, I'm tired tonight. We may jump off of here. I just wanted to focus in on that, on the happiness, the happy place. I know this was a little bit more educational than our just regular chats, but y'all know I like to throw a little happiness in there, a little feeling. So hopefully y'all like that. I don't know. Y'all were a little more quiet tonight than normal. That's okay. Let me know. Let me know if you like this or if you just like our random chats where we just get on here and talk about whatever we want to talk about. So let me know if you like that. Because I wanted to kind of throw that in there. I like to throw in the things that people don't talk about as much, but I notice it doesn't get you all talking as much. So I don't know if you're taking it in and like, okay, this is helpful, or if you like, no, I want to just talk about randomness. Okay, Belinda says she liked it. Okay, you like the random too. she said I like the random too. I like the random too. You okay, V? Which one did you like? This one? You like the random or the combination? Because I like, some of y'all know I'm a nurse practitioner and I work in psychiatry. And a lot of times I get women like us, women of color. And a lot of times I just feel like there's so many things that we don't talk about in our community. And, when we don't talk about it, I feel like it messes us up in the end, and we feel like we're alone. Okay, you said both. I feel like, we feel like we're alone when in actuality, we're not alone. It's other people that feel this same way. It's other people that are feeling down, depressed, anxious, trying to find a happy place, trying to find, I used to tell people all the time, I'm finding my new normal. When I found out my son was diagnosed with a rare disorder, or when he was diagnosed with cerebral palsy, I was like, I need to find my new normal. I need to find my new normal. When I had my daughter and became a single mom, or a teenage mom, I had my daughter at 18, it's like, I need to find my new normal. I need to find my new normal. I ain't realized there was other damn people out there looking for their new normal too. Like, I was not the only person that was lost. It was other people out here that are lost too. It's just that nobody talks about it. So you feel alone. So, I like to bring in those things where we talk about stuff of substance. Yes, I want to talk about, the prince we gonna meet in Africa. But I also want to talk about us being prepared mentally and emotionally when you do meet your prince, wherever you meet him. Because you don't want to come with all this baggage behind you that you haven't taken care of, and you meet them and you lose your chance. Like, that's a real thing. I'm pretty sure most people, or at least half the people, can say, yeah, I did miss my chance on something, not necessarily a relationship, but on something that you felt like was for you. But because you had all of this stuff that you had not released in your life, that, you lost out on it. And so I just want to make sure we don't lose out on it again. Anything that is for you will be for you, you will receive. So that is just how it is, and that's the way it's going to be. So we're going to make sure we get all of it. I don't care if it's money. I don't care if it's love, it's dreams, it's travel, it's, you out here gardening. I don't care what it is. You're trying to make those watermelons come up. Do they come out the ground? I don't know. Whatever it is that is for you, whatever you want, I just want to make sure that we are prepared for that. So I'm glad you all like both. Next time, so I'm trying to do weekly, around 8:45-ish, 9. Probably either on Tuesday or Thursday. Weekends just aren't good for me. And frankly, I like the weekdays. Yeah, I like the weekdays. I feel like the weekends are busy, and everybody put out stuff on the weekends, so y'all got plenty to listen to. But I be in my car, I'm doing things, so I like the weekdays. Let me know if you like the weekdays. Like I said, it'll probably be a Tuesday or Thursday, because Monday I'm gonna be doing my real estate boot camp, and Tuesday or Thursday, because y'all know that's when flights are cheaper, on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I'll be on one, or a flight on one or the other. So I can't guarantee it'll be Tuesday or Thursday. So V said the prince don't be ready. American women or something else. We just are. Yeah. They don't, I don't know. We need the prince to be ready too. Because the same way I ain't trying to bring that baggage, I don't want your baggage either. So if I gotta leave my stuff at the doorstep, brother, you need to leave yours out there too. Don't be bringing that into me. Don't, I don't want that. No, I don't care what your last one did. I don't care what she didn't do. I don't want to hear it. Nope, nada. So, on that note, anything else? Let me know. Speak now, forever hold your peace. What you got to say? What you want to talk about next time? What you want to hear? What you want me to talk about? What we doing? So, yeah, let me know. Because see, it's a little delay, so I have to wait a little bit, and I have a hard time being quiet, y'all. I don't like a lot of dead space. So in the meantime, while y'all are posting, I'm gonna tell you about my wine. No, nobody gives me any money for it, but this is my favorite wine. If y'all like wine, so this is Georgia on my mind. It's peach wine from Georgia Winery. It's so delicious, y'all. I love to have my glass of wine while we're doing this. This was just my moment to allow y'all to type whatever you wanted to type. Okay. I think we're done for tonight. I will see you all next week. If you haven't, make sure you like, subscribe. Make sure you ring the bell so you know when I go live. Yeah, make sure you ring the bell because I know sometimes people don't get the notification. So definitely ring the bell. Thank you. And if you need a new journal, grab my journal. This is Bold and Badass, a journal for single women making ish happen. And then this one is Bold and Badass, a journal for moms making ish happen. And they all have prompts in them. I guess I can post the link. I'll put the link in there if I haven't already. But yeah, like this one, I may be loud, but I'm not wrong. I ain't loud. I'm not wrong. Let's see. Get out there and conquer the world. You've got this. Really? We could end on that. Girl, get out there. Conquer the world. You've got this. All right, y'all. Ciao. I'll see you next week. Hopefully, don't hold me to it, but I'm really working on next week. Y'all have a good night.